Welcome to season 2 of The Corporate Life, where we elevate the game for businesses and the top level executives and corporate leaders. If season 1 was about living a fantastic corporate life, season 2 is about going deeper into the realms of big financial achievements and profound work satisfaction. Hi, I'm Hina Siddiqui, your host and a seasoned corporate warrior who's danced between loving and hating her corporate roles for years. I get it. The highs, the lows, the challenges, and the triumphs. In season 2, we are bringing you unique insights, powerful tools, and inspiring conversations with experts and thought leaders in the corporate industry. So whether you are a top-level executive, a business owner, or someone aspiring to reach those heights, fasten your seatbelts. This season is your passport to conquering the corporate world with financial heroism and unwavering work fulfillment. Let's redefine success together. Hi, this is Hina Siddiqui. You are listening to the Corporate Life podcast. Today, once again, I'm going to have a very interesting spiritual conversation with my very dear friend, Robert A. Wilson, in the context of corporate business life. For our businesses to thrive, we need unique value offers and flawless delivery that delights our clients. And this cannot truly happen in the absence of innovation infused with joy and true wisdom. So, how do we achieve that heightened wisdom that triggers our intuition and creates innovation in our business? How our fears are stopping us from doing our best work, and how can we replace our fears with pure ecstatic gratitude? Robert, who's my guest today, is going to enlighten us with his deep rebel insights on this such an important topic. Robert A. Wilson is the founder of Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity and the author of many books that inspire individuals to break free from societal constraints and tap into their limitless potential. Robert shares his expertise on how our subconscious mind, driven by the instinct to keep us safe, often hinders our business success. Merely relying on our thinking memory mind is not enough to break free from past conditioning. So join us on this enlightening journey as we explore the path to innovation and abundance in both life and business. Hi, Robert. Welcome to the show once again. It's so good to see you again.
Well, it's my honor and privilege to be here, Hina, and I really enjoy our shows because they're enlightening for people and me.
Yeah, and we were just talking about it before I hit the record button that whenever we are doing a show together, I don't have any script ready. I don't have any interview questions ready because we can talk in flow and that goes into the flow. So today, we are going to talk about gratitude, which is one of my favorite topics, and that changed my life. So let's inspire the corporate guys and girls about the gratitude.
All righty. And something I really want to express to people before it even starts. Every event in your life, encounter, event, and experience is unique to you, but it's occurring to open your conscious clarity, unleashing rich, energizing wisdom. Life occurs for you. And that way, when you're understanding that, gratitude is a natural flowing energy, not a thinking, knowing limitation.
Right. So before we get into the gratitude thing, let's talk about fear a bit, because fear is it's the kind of emotion that we all know of. We all are driven by fears. A lot of times we are afraid of something, we are scared of something, and that fear overpowers us. And that stops us from taking the correct action and not feeling, what we must feel at that moment. I mean, the kind of flow, the kind of gratitude, joy, and because fear just comes and eats it all. So what would you like to talk about fear? What is your definition of fear? And what does your philosophy say about fear?
Fear is a subconscious representation that kept you safe at one time. That's one thing people have to open up to admit to. And see, that's the thing. We try to think and know and do everything. You got to admit to fear. And then fear, I got a book called Fear is My Friend, Expanding Adventurous Revelations. But fear is the first enterprising acumen realizing a new path. But see, we use fear, but you said something very, very astute in there. We're driven by fear, but we rise of inspiration and gratitude.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, we're driven by fear, and fear is a subconscious, frozen in time representation with emotions, feelings that control us. And when you set boundaries or practice or trying to do anything, you're setting new fears. But fear, all fear is something that kept you safe sometime in your life. And if you're open to admitting that and you start questioning fear, you rise out of fear with questions, because you're never going to conquer it. You're never going to do anything. And that's something else. Be careful of the words you say, because like conquer, fight, and stuff like that. As soon as you say conquer fear, that subconscious mind puts up the gatekeeper and it isn't letting you in. But when you say fear is my friend, expanding astute revelations, or just make it a friendly thing. And something I'm going to speak more on is you got to make the fear and the gratitude friends, so you can allow the subconscious mind to take the gratitude in as a new representation or a new feeling and emotion, and then you can start questioning and letting go of the fear. Everybody tries to delve straight into the fear, but you got to give the subconscious mind a path out. Yeah. Then you go in. See, that's something I've learned in my own hypnoacuity. Rather than going into the past, before you even begin the past, pick a path, pick something you want to experience going forward. Then set that inspiration, innovation in motion, and start writing inspiration about it. Then subconscious mind will never put up a barrier with inspiration. If it feels good, it's going to allow it in. But if it gets, finicky, it's going to put the gatekeeper up to keep you safe.
For long years, I believed that being money-minded was a bad thing, so I kept on avoiding money. In every job interview, I hesitated to negotiate salary and turned down every opportunity to make money. Even my coaching business functioned as a free service for a long time, because the reason I got into coaching was to serve people. Then I started realizing the side effects of my wrong money mindset. Thanks to my coaches and mentors who set me up for money inflow while serving the world. Whatever career you are into, if your money mindset is distorted, you are going to struggle in your career. And the amazing fact is that you would not even realize that you are sabotaging your full potential, because all this happens at the sub and unconscious level. Your money stories are deep-rooted, particularly if you have seen a money-deprived childhood. The solution is to identify your patterns and let them go as fast as you can, because it's costing you your career. That's why the money mindset is a big part of all my coaching programs. Send me a quick mail to connect@authorhina.com to know more about my programs. And let's talk about fear in the context of the corporate world, because the corporate people, like we are, driven by fear so much, where we're always scared about what if it doesn't happen? What if I don't meet my target? What if I don't get this deal cracked? What if my boss does not appreciate me? What if I don't get that next promotion? So we have lots of fears, and we are living with those fears. We have learned to live with those fears. And now what would you like to say to them, keeping in mind the corporate people and their own unique struggles and fears?
Well, when it comes to the corporate world, you got to remember, this is going to probably sting some people's ego, but your education is your biggest limitation, because it's in a box.
Yeah.
Business is nothing more than a name on a sheet of paper in a file cabinet. And that degree is nothing but on the wall. If you want to succeed in business, you're going to listen to the events and the occurrences around you, but you're going to listen to your intuition. Your intuition, imagination will rise you out of that. But when you get to thinking and that fear bells up, you're never going to get to this, because you're thinking about everything that can go wrong. Because we've been taught to look and how you listen to go forward. And before you even start the project, Make a little video or something of the outcome you desire, realizing every event is to rise you to that. And how can you rise out of the victimitis of your own thinking? That's what thinking makes us a victim of ourselves.
Yeah.
Stop being in competition with your cohorts. They're going to do what they do. Rise to your unique, untapped abilities. And you're going to question your way to them. And this is something that you always want to ask this. How is everything I know my biggest limitation about what I'm doing? Because thinking and knowing are from yesterday. And what you really, something that I've discovered, it's a question. Where am I at? What am I doing? What is something I would never think of, never do in this situation? Open up the channels of liberating wisdom and inspiration to flow through here.
That's beautiful. And I would like to say here one experience of mine that the other day I was thinking about this is happening good, this is happening good, this is happening good. And then I just, suddenly thought that, something negative happens. And I had that thought in my mind very clear, like what that wrong is. And the moment I thought so, the next moment it happened. So it's like, it gave me, a very solid evidence of that manifestation, where the moment you think about it, you manifest it. And as we fear, we just, stay focused on our fear that, okay, I don't want this to happen. I don't want that to happen. In that whole process, we are manifesting all the negative things in our life.
Every word that comes out of somebody's mouth has to be towards the outcome.
Yeah.
See, all the chaos, controversy, adversity, challenges that go into a situation, they're awakenings.
Yes.
There's no right, there's no wrong in life. There's awakening and accomplishment. That's all there is.
Yeah.
But all the stuff, when you get hit with something that's, well, we say negative, but it's an awakening.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the question, where's the wisdom to expand, not the knowing, the wisdom.
Yeah.
You really start taking thinking and knowing out of your life and use inspiration, wisdom, comprehend for learn. That's a big one. Yeah. When you say learn, say comprehend. See which one you feel. Wisdom for knowledge, revelations for thoughts. All that does is takes the memories out of it and gives you chauffeurs you on to a new path of enlightenment. See, that's the thing. You want to be, how is my wisdom going to chauffeur me through this? You don't want to stroll, you want to be chauffeured. How does that feel?
Feels wonderful. So, Robert, we're talking about fear right now. So what is your number one fear? Do you have any fears, by the way?
I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. Yeah. Everybody has a fear. I have a different way of doing that. I don't use the word fear. What am I apprehensive about?
Okay.
Why is this event or experience or whatever occurring for me to expand and rise out of it? Where's the wisdom, innovation? Why is it going to unlock my unique talents to expand? If you never go into this and take the word fear and use apprehensive, you see the difference in the questions because you never get bogged down in your subconscious mind. So everything you're trying to rise out of in your life is in your subconscious mind. The outside world is innocent. And if we was talking about fear, stop being in competition with your cohorts. Don't compare your work to them. Open up to how unique and talented you are and how wise you are. And also write that down. But also put it on a video, vision board or a video. But if you make a short video about your talents, you can turn it on and watch it and take all the not words out of your life. Like don't, won't, can't, shouldn't. Take them out of your life. Take the words change, heal, transformation, and create out of your life. Because for change, expand. Why am I expanding through this with ease? Everything you do, you want to put with ease.
Yes.
Transformation, it's energized. I'm a union electrician. So transformation means step down and sideways. But when we turn it on, we energize.
Yeah.
So you can energize the whys of you to expand. And liberation for heal. And the reason that is, heal has memory.
Liberating the
Liberation
blocks. Yeah,
is
yeah.
the intuition. And innovation for create. That don't matter there. I feel innovation here. I look for where I feel the words to see what they're doing for me. And if the words are staying up in here, they're gone.
Yeah, right. That totally makes sense because the kind of language that we use for ourselves, like, with for our self-talk, the kind of language we are using, either silently or out loud, it's affecting the way we feel and we behave and act, and it's actually creating the results for us.
The biggest fear we have is under trusting our abilities and
Yes.
discovering our abilities. That's the only fear you really have.
Correct. But as we stay on a very superficial level, like we live on a superficial level, we never get the opportunity, or maybe we are not willing to get deeper into ourselves and find out what's there that we can expand. So gratitude is something, that one word that I can think of, that comes to, to overcome fear, because fear and gratitude cannot coexist. This is what I feel. When you are talking about gratitude, like you appreciate, for example, I'm feeling fear right now about something, and when I find some quality within me, which is, which I can appreciate, and I think that, okay, I will find a way out. Whatever I'm feeling right now, I can just find a way out, and I appreciate that quality. So this is basically being grateful for the kind of talent, or for the kind of skill that I already have. What do you think about it?
It's actually a 3-step deal. You got to admit to something, appreciate it, then flow with gusto. Gratitude. See, here's the thing. Never think in gratitude. Flow of gratitude.
Yeah.
The energy comes from here up. And see, the thinking memory mind is not energy. It's stuck in yesterday.
Yeah.
But gratitude and all the good of your life, like your spirit, it's all free-flowing energy. And when you can listen and ask questions about the situation and understand that you encompass the wisdom and insight to rise. It's first of all, before anything happens, I give myself permission to rise of gratitude.
Yeah.
I appreciate my talents, and I understand I encompass everything required to rise out of this. Understand you encompass everything. And the biggest thing to be grateful for and show gratitude to is yourself. If you don't show it to yourself first, you're never going anywhere. You can think gratitude and also write down a couple things you're grateful for.
Yeah.
Also just say thank you and say everything's with ease. But when there's an event going on and, something wacky happens, everything that comes out, just say thank you and appreciate it, because every life event has wisdom, insight, and clarity to expand somebody out of that situation.
Yeah.
Our thinking, memory, mind, and subconscious will keep us in there because that's the comfort zone. And all the things you don't want in your life is a comfort zone to the subconscious mind.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So when you are open and you start flowing gratitude, but you got to entertain the brain with the gratitude, making a rhyme, like I chime the rhyme on my prime time divine, and see how that just relaxes you. The thing about all this is getting an inner camaraderie communication with your gratitude, your dreams, and everything, and kind of be like it's a new friend to the subconscious mind.
And gratitude is something like we are thinking that, as you just said, that not thinking gratitude, but actually feeling gratitude. So now the problem is that most of us, we don't know how to feel gratitude. We know how to think gratitude, how to say gratitude from our mouth. But when it comes to actually emitting gratitude in the form of that energy, we are not able to do that. We don't know how to do it. What would be your take on that, Robert?
No, that's an interesting question, because gratitude is an individual thing. But you got to speak to gratitude through inspiration.
Yeah.
You got to use inspirational words. Like, I'm grateful for this radio show, but I really feel the gratitude for my ability to expand.
Yes.
You always want to put you in the equation, because you can show gratitude to the world, but really the only one you're showing gratitude is to you and the universe. Because once it becomes free-flowing energy, it goes to the universe. You think this way, inspiration is this way. For me, I've expanded into this. I'm just grateful for everything. I'm just, I was driving down the road the other day at 5:05 in the morning, and all of a sudden my brakes started squawking. 2 years ago, I'd have threw a dizzy tizzy fit. But I just said, okay. So when big old tires, I just took it down, got it fixed. And see, there's something else that really, I'll show this to people. Don't get into the trauma and drama and the long drawn out stories of a situation. Break it into 10 or 12 words, 10 better. It's like going down the road and having a flat tire, and you go across a median, almost hit a semi, come back, almost hit the overpass barrier. But yet you come to rest on the side of the road. And here's the thing. Had a flat tire, changed the flat tire on my way. 9 words, no story. Because we got so many ingrained trauma and drama memories.
Yeah.
That's a comfort. See, trauma and drama is a comfort to the subconscious.
Yeah.
So you really want to break it down and be grateful for everything. Thank you, because that's occurring for you.
Yeah.
And it's taken me, I still ain't there, let's not lie. But every day I can ask myself questions. And see, you're going to question your way to the penthouse. You're going to think you know your way to the outhouse. That's just the way it is. But
I love that. As we talk about it, and I think we have talked about it on our previous shows together also, that it's more about being and less about doing. So it's like, but the corporate world, as we're talking about, fear and gratitude in that context, 80% is all about, I think, thinking and doing, and 20% maybe being, which is just the opposite. So if you could just reverse that, this is what I believe, that if you could just be, focused on 80% being, like how you are feeling, how you are enjoying yourself, what your intuitions are, what are trying to tell you. And if you just can, focus on that 80% and 20%, I'm just giving, a vague figure here, that and 20% just doing like, okay, strategize, think about strategies, do some mind work, logical thinking, but it shouldn't overpower you. It shouldn't come in the way of your being. And that's when the true results come.
Well, if you listen to yourself, you're never going to get caught up in that, because you're, I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a superliminal wisdom out there within you.
Yeah.
If you listen and question and never try, because when you're thinking knowing, you got a busy mind.
Yeah.
When you listen, you quiet the mind. And if you take the word mind out and write the scenery of your life, subconscious scenery instead of subconscious mind, what do you feel? Because you color design, but you can also put the sense of smell into it. I smell the sea breezes of success. And you want to take busy and productive out of your life. Facilitate and participate, and then face and embrace the situation. And then listen. And then say, just ask the question, what's my highest pathway out of here? And then let it go. Because when you're thinking, you're going rat-a-tat, tat, tat, tat. And then everything you learn is trying to tell you what to do. And then you're all frustrated over whatever happened. But it's really stream your life through your inspiration, imagination, intuition. Your imagination will lead you through life. We just never been taught to trust it. And I'm still a long ways from it. But once you open up to it, to experience it, especially in the corporate world, because everything is so structured and planned. And here's the thing about plans. Plans are bland.
Yeah. Right.
Because when they make a plan, they put everything they think and know, everything they can think, and everything everybody else thinks and knows. And then they put it in the computer, and then they get it. But yet, when the event happens, it shows you everything you lack.
Yeah.
If you make an outline, outlines are divine, because it gives you the ability to listen and maneuver and manipulate through it instead of being manipulated by the plan. So with an outline, you become the liberator and the unmanipulator of being stuck in that plan, because plans usually last about 2 hours. But when you outline it, you're not attached to it, but you're attached to a plan. And then you can show the gratitude for your willingness to do that. And gratitude is so simple. It's hard to explain it to anybody, but you got to be open to understand it's a flowing energy. It's like spirit, love, heart, soul, sovereignty, intuition, imagination, innovation, inspiration, wisdom is all flowing energy. 3 words that never go with them words: think, know, and learn. You can't think, know, learn, and imagine at the same time. You can't think, know, and listen at the same time.
Yeah.
And see, listening is liberating, innovative, savvy today, energizing, now born, intuitive, nerve, galvanizing life.
Yeah. And the problem is that we have taken life so seriously that we are so we are so concerned about the plan we have made. We want to achieve them and we want to do this. It's okay. Like, I believe that it's okay to make a wish. It's okay to desire something, and it's okay to set some vision in life, but then don't get attached to it. It should be a guide map of of just going ahead in life, because you need to move on, right? When you are in the world, you just need to have different experiences. You need to go different places. You need to meet different people, and that's how you are. This is how you navigate through life. But the problem is that we have taken so seriously, we have taken ourselves so seriously and our life so seriously. We are holding everything so tight that we are not comfortable in letting things go.
Here's a simple deal. Here's everything you know and done all your life, right? This hand right here.
Yeah.
This hand is the outcome. Everything in there, you're clueless.
Yes. Yes.
All fresh, garden fresh experiences.
Yeah.
And that's the way you got to look at it. You can't sit here and try to see. If you look at the world, Hina, flat out world, we're trying to get out of the situations that we're in, all the negativity or whatever you want to call it, with the same thinking, knowing, learning, education, and business mindset that got us in it.
Absolutely. So now is the time that we should start thinking about it. I mean, making that choice. I want to rise out of my limitations. I want to overcome my fears. Or you just said that make fear your friend, make gratitude your friend. So don't hate anything. Everything is here only to serve us.
And see, the thing about fear, you're really stuck in the muck of yesterday. That's all it is.
Yes.
And your thinking, knowing mind and everything you learned is mostly from the past.
Absolutely right. Because we want to stay in that familiar zone. We are scared of the unknown. And that's the reason we don't want to move past our memories.
And the more you can open up to intuition, imagination, all that is a form of energy rather than a thing. Knowing is a stuck.
Yeah.
Inspiration is an energy. And that's all thought. Revelation is an energy. But taking thought, all them words out of your life, like think, know, learn, knowledge, and thought, and use inspiration, understanding, comprehend, wisdom, and revelations, it shuts off the subconscious thinking. Something I really learned, we get so caught up in our viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs, and that has a lot to do with the fear, because you got to really expand out of them to get to the gratitude.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of practice, Robert. Like, it's not easy for people to do it, especially for those who have not ever taken that angle, like who have not yet seen the life from that angle. So now I want to ask you, like, how can your classes help the corporate professionals get out of their fear zone and get into the gratitude?
My classes are all about, they're really just liberation, wisdom, and inspiration. That's all they are. Yeah. All it's going to show you, it's not going to tell you anything. It's going to show you the way I expanded my life, but it's also going to show you, I got a class coming out called Liberating Lingo. Mm-hmm. And the words we use and all of the stuff, the subconscious mind, and people like to have the titleocracy, expand out of that, because some people have to have a title. When you can open up to be just who you are and present it to the world, that's it. And I got a class called I Am Equal to Everything and Everybody. And we're equal in spirit, love, heart, soul, intuition, imagination. We've been taught by outside sources that we're not equal.
Yes.
When you can be in a corporation and realize you're equal with the janitor or everybody, it takes the egotistical arrogance out.
Yeah.
And the know-it-all illiteracy. And for me, I'm just going to be honest to everybody. My egotistical ignorance caused me more trouble than an atom bomb. And trying to be a know-it-all and have to be right, that caused me all my trouble. And my stubborn hard-headedness, that was all my challenges.
Yeah.
When you can allow yourself to liberate yourself from that.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why liberation over heal or anything. And it's a simple saying. If you can say this to yourself every day, I liberate me from me, my viewpoints, opinions, beliefs, childhood, parents, and ancestor anchored mindsets. I rise to the liminal carpet glide.
Yeah, that's the lingo.
Yeah, and see, that's all all the self-help personal growth out there in the world, it's one sentence. I liberate me from me.
Yeah.
And what you're really trying to rise out of is how you're taught yourself to blame other people. And that's another thing. All the stuff that you have inside you don't want, you taught yourself. It's all self-taught. You learned it from the outside sources, but you taught yourself how to do it.
Yeah.
So if you can rise out of being self-worth, self-taught into sovereign valor or pure or inspiration, innovation, or my favorite is sovereign expansion because it's uncontrolled by outside sources you move. Then you start understanding that your wisdom is unique to you. And here's something else, even in the corporate world, all over, you have a gadget or a gizmo inside you for the world. And all the negativity and all this chaos in the world is God sending us all an invitation to rise out of yesterday, to let go of all the ancestor anchored mindsets. So if you can allow yourself to liberate yourself from your own mindsets,
let our intuition guide us, and then we will see different results that we have never seen before.
The only thing difference between think and intuition is intuition, you know it, and you're going to speak it. Intuition, you listen.
Yes.
You listen to the intuition, color the imagination, energize the inspiration, and jumpstart the innovation. And for all corporations to expand, the management's got to take responsibility for the actions. Because this is a simple saying. Knowledge is in the management. Wisdom is in the production. So if they listen to here, they'll expand. And just because you got that degree on the wall, that don't mean jack shit. I'm sorry, I can't say anything. That degree means you went and sat in the classroom. The people out here got their experience and the wisdom from their hands-on. And if corporations were wise, when they hired somebody out of college, they put them on the floor for a year, let them know. See, they think they know, but they don't understand. And that's the trouble with the whole world. We think we know what's wrong, but we never understand the pathway.
Yes.
Oh, that's something else I'll share. Take solutions and answers out of your life and always be sure for the pathway of enlightenment.
Yes, that's all beautiful stuff. And I'm sure that there's a lot to learn from you, as we're talking about the corporate people, the corporations. I would highly recommend that just go ahead and take the classes from Robert, because there's lots of wisdom in that. It's very different, and it's extremely, extremely enlightening and liberating. It's such a beautiful conversation, Robert. I'm not feeling like stopping it, but then we have some time constraints. So we'll just keep it for the next time. And thank you very much for your time and presence on the show. And it's always such a pleasure to have you on the Corporate Life podcast.
Thank you very much. And I enjoyed this a lot.
So it's clear that our true and unlimited success does take much more than our logical thinking and old, stale, learned knowledge. Wisdom, inspiration, intuition, and innovation are the exact tools that you need to take your business and your life to the levels that you can be really proud of. Now, connect with me on LinkedIn and let me know how you enjoyed today's conversation with Robert A. Wilson. That's it for this week. I'll see you next week with another amazing conversation about increasing business profits. Stay happy and safe. If you loved what you heard, don't forget to hit subscribe, share the wisdom, and throw in a cheeky review.